Hello everyone, making yogurt is actually a very simple process. Here I've taken the amount of milk that I want to turn into yogurt, and you can take any milk, but here I've taken raw whole milk. The fat in the milk actually helps in the absorption of calcium. I'm going to transfer the milk from this container into a heavier bottom pan and then put it for boiling. Okay, now the milk is boiling, so we can now turn off the flame. Let this milk cool. And if you're in a hurry, you can take some water in a wide pan and put the container that you boil the milk in into this pan. You could boil the milk as you're having dinner and let it cool naturally instead of putting it in the water. Now I'm going to test if the milk is cool enough to put the culture. So for that, you can take a spoonful of the milk in the palm of your hand, and if you can hold it comfortably for about 10 to 20 seconds, that means the temperature is right. Put the milk back in the pot that I took the milk originally in when I measured how much yogurt I wanted to make, and it is in this pot that the magical transformation is going to happen. Now I'm going to use some of the yogurt that I made earlier as my starter or culture, but you can get some yogurt from the store, or you can borrow some from a friend who makes yogurt, and take about 3/4 of a tablespoon and stir that into the milk that you just boiled and cooled. Make a few circles, 2 or 3 circles in the milk, and keep some positive thoughts in your head, because I do believe that whatever you think at the time of cooking goes into your food. Now cover the pot that you put the milk and the culture in with a lid, and I usually put the pot in a towel so as to keep it a little warm and hasten the fermentation process. Now you don't have to do this if it is summer and it's hot, but if it's the weather is a little cool, you can always do this and just cover it well. Simple hand kitchen towel is good enough, and just wrap it up tightly, and you can just put it aside and leave it undisturbed for about 8 hours. It might take a little shorter, lesser time, but it usually does take about 8 hours. So after dinner time is usually the best time to make yogurt. Now you could do it in the morning, like before you leave for work, and leave it undisturbed, and when you come back in the evening, your yogurt would be ready for you. Now it's been 8 hours since the pot has been sitting, so we are going to see if the yogurt has been made. So we uncover it without disturbing it. So just in case the yogurt is not made, you could just wrap it back and let it sit for a little more time, maybe a half an hour or an hour or two, depending on the state of the milk. And wow, the yogurt is ready. Now you can lift it. You can dig a spoon right in, or what I usually do is I cover it up and let it set in the refrigerator for a little while, so that when I take it out and eat it, it's nice and cool and delicious. Now let's see what the refrigeration has done. It definitely makes the yogurt firmer, and as you can see, there is a lot of cream since I used whole milk, but I like to use milk in its natural form without it being processed and the fat being taken out. If you don't like the cream, you can always move it aside at the time after you boil it and you see the cream on top, or when the yogurt is ready, you can sort of just scrape it off the top. But you could also whisk it so you don't see it and taste it, because some people don't like the cream, the taste or the texture of the cream in the mouth. So you could just whisk it up well and add either sugar, or you could have salt or whatever it is that you like to add in your yogurt. So you can see that making the yogurt is not such a difficult task, and even if you don't get it right the first time round, don't give up. It is a great gift that you will be giving yourself by making the yogurt. Imagine all the probiotics and the healthy gut bacteria that you will be making yourself, and at hardly any expense. So happy yogurt making, and I hope you enjoy your delicious homemade yogurt.